So, what does it actually mean to be ready for a world that just refuses to stand still? That's the big question we're going to tackle today.
Welcome back to the Educational Highway. It is so good to have you here. Today we're exploring what it takes to not just survive, but to really, truly thrive in the world as it is right now.
We all feel it, don't we? It's like the ground beneath our feet is constantly moving. And it brings up this huge central question for all of us. In this era of, honestly, unprecedented change, how in the world do we prepare for a future that's always in motion?
All right, so let's start by really defining the challenge facing young people today. We call this the Readiness Challenge. It's this new reality where, let's be honest, the old rulebooks just don't apply anymore.
And look, this isn't just a vague feeling. It has real, serious consequences. That number you see, 1 in 5, that represents the number of young people around the world who now report having anxiety symptoms. That is double the rate from before the pandemic. Let that sink in. That's the reality we're dealing with.
The world that young people are stepping into today is, well, it's a perfect storm of change. You've got the rise of the gig economy, the massive workforce shift from the Great Resignation, completely new ways of learning, tech that feels like it's outdated in a few years, and, like we just saw, a major youth mental health crisis. That traditional straight line from school to a stable career is just not a guarantee anymore. It's way more elusive.
We have all faced hurdles, for sure. So I'm really curious to hear from you. What's one barrier, big or small, that you've had to break through on your own journey? Go ahead and drop your story in the comments. I really believe sharing our experiences is one of the most powerful ways we can learn from each other.
And you know, this isn't just some abstract idea we're talking about. This is for the students out there trying to find their path. It's for the parents trying to guide them, for the dreamers who are busy creating new futures, and for all the professionals working to support them. If you're trying to navigate this new world, you are absolutely in the right place.
Okay, so we've defined the challenge. How do we respond? Well, the good news is there's a science to this. Let's dive into the solution, a framework we call the Readiness Backpack.
First things first, let's get our key terms straight. Readiness, it isn't just about being prepared with knowledge. It's this dynamic combination of being both prepared and willing to actually take on life's opportunities and challenges. Think about it. You can have all the skills in the world, but if you're not willing to use them, are you really ready?
So to really picture this, imagine every young person carries a backpack. To be truly ready for what's ahead, that backpack needs to be filled with these 10 universal abilities. And these aren't just school subjects. No, these are fundamental life skills for everything from staying healthy and solving problems to persisting through struggles. They're the real deal.
And here's the crucial part. Young people don't fill these backpacks all by themselves. It happens through something called readiness practice, which is really just about the supportive environments, the strong relationships, and the meaningful experiences that help them build these core abilities. It's our collective job to provide that support.
So, we have the framework. But even with the best intentions, our systems have these built-in traps that can seriously hold young people back. Seeing through these illusions is the absolute first step to overcoming them.
All right, trap number 1, age versus stage. Our systems love to use age as an easy measurement, right? You're 16, so you should be here. You're 18, so you're an adult. But we all know that's not how it works. People develop at completely different paces. This trap totally ignores a person's actual developmental stage and just focuses on a number.
And the second trap, completion versus competence. Oh man, we put so much emphasis on finishing things, getting that diploma, earning that certificate. But does finishing a program actually guarantee you're competent? Not always. This trap confuses having the piece of paper with the actual ability to do the work.
Trap number 3 is time versus progress. You might know this one as seat time. It's the idea that if you just spend a certain number of hours in a classroom, you must have learned something. It measures your presence, not your progress. It confuses time served with genuine growth.
And finally, trap number 4, access versus quality. You see this all the time. Systems love to boast about how many people have access to a program or a school. But you know what? Access to a low-quality resource isn't a real opportunity. This trap gets us focused on enrollment numbers instead of the quality of the actual experience.
So this brings me to a key question for you to think about. In your own school or your workplace or your community, where do you see these traps showing up? Just recognizing them is the most important first step to dismantling them for yourself and for others.
Okay, so now we know the challenge.
We have the scientific framework for readiness, and we know the traps to avoid. But what is the single most powerful tool we have to build that readiness from the inside out? Well, it all starts with our thoughts.
This quote right here really gets to the heart of it all. If we never change negative thinking, we will never change negative behavior. It's such a simple but incredibly profound idea. Real, lasting change doesn't start with what we do, it starts one level deeper.
And this isn't just a nice idea. It's based on a proven scientific model. It's a simple chain reaction, really. Our thoughts, whether we're conscious of them or not, are what drive our feelings and our emotions. And then those feelings directly result in our behaviors, our actions, our words, the whole shebang. So, if you want to change the behavior, you have to go back to the source, the thought.
And there's a name for this whole process. It's called cognitive restructuring. It's the skill of learning to challenge and change the automatic thoughts that hold you back. You can think of it as the tool that literally puts you in the driver's seat of your own mind.
So let's make this real again. What's one thinking error, like jumping to conclusions or all or nothing thinking, that you've personally had to overcome to move forward in your life? Please share it in the comments. I'm telling you, this is how we learn and grow together.
Wow, we have covered a lot of ground today. And I just want to mention that all the research and the frameworks we talked about here were developed by us at the Educational Highway to help us all navigate these really complex challenges.
As we close out, I want to leave you with this final, powerful idea. No matter where you started, no matter the challenges you faced or the traps you might have fallen into, I want you to always remember this. Our beginnings don't have to be our endings. You have the tools to write your next chapter.